So now we'll go into some use cases. And I'll caveat this with there are a lot of them. But kind of the number one that we see is property taxes and payments, being able to handle all the revenue generation capabilities of a locale, whether that's state, local, county, you name it. Utility billing. A lot of organizations, like in one of the counties I used to live in, not only were the traditional public services provided via the county, also my internet and other services were capable with that. And so they had a very nice billing system that people could interface with. That's a big use case we see, turning services on and off, making payments, making sure everything's copacetic. Being able to go out and understand what kinds of permits or licensing you might need, as well as issuing them, from pet licenses to marriage licenses, whatnot. Public safety could be it is this entire own other thing, from police to fire to EMS, to proactive alerts and notifications to, citizens for services. That's a huge area of interest. And these are, by the way, not in any particular order. They're just as we have gone through and been talking with customers and organizations what their services are. We've got health and human services, being able to understand, what the benefits are, whether or not you're eligible for certain types of services, et cetera. One of our HR webinars went through the whole onboarding, offboarding, benefits eligibility, setting up for insurance, et cetera, as well as public transportation, schools. Again, that's an entire other domain that can have all kinds of potential use cases. Setting up, interaction with various councils and political meetings, job openings, HR. Again, the HR thing is an entire area that's a lot of opportunities exist. And of course, Parks and Rec. And then there's just, it goes on and on, from setting up new, voter registration and attracting new businesses to providing for automated secure public records and taking care of complaints and budgeting, et cetera. It's just so much of it's out there that's potential. And that's why I say, literally everything can be improved by this new technology. So some potential benefits. Imagine being able to have context across your choice of channels. And what I mean by that is, so oftentimes a transaction with one's local public providers requires multiple channels. You might start off with a web search, or you might start off with a notice that you got in the mail, and you go and say, okay, I want to go find out about this. And so you'll go and you'll look for something, and then you'll find out some information that will then send you to another channel. Perhaps it's a phone call, or maybe it's a place you physically have to go. God help you if you're a millennial. You might actually have to get your head out of your the mobile device and physically go somewhere and wait in line. And so being able to provide those kinds of services, and then remembering that you are actually trying to do that, will be really key. So, once I get to the DMV, don't make me have to retell my whole story about how I got to where I got in the situation I'm at. Once you know who I am, imagine having a constituent relationship management system that remembers me, what I've been trying to do, when I've paid, when I haven't paid, et cetera, and help proactively do the right thing. Collaborative intelligence, the ability of not only making the citizen or the consumer of your services smarter, but also your own folks. AI, especially generative AI, has been likened to having an assistant or a coach that makes every one of your players better, because they don't necessarily have to know everything about everything. They can specialize in their area, but then they can get general help as they need throughout their daily interactions. It can also be practical to help reduce costs while increasing productivity. And it can help you, optimize your workforce. Maybe you don't have to have as many seasonal workers. Maybe you have a high churn in certain areas, and this can help with those high churn areas. You can replace those areas of friction and contentiousness with better services.